Good day, everyone. Welcome to yet another tutorial series of the capstone project. So somebody on the comment section was asking me if we can do this categorization in Power BI. I don't exactly know why the person would want that, but I'm going to show us how to actually do that in Power BI. But first, we are going uh, to do this categorization or create a table for this categorization in Excel before we take it to Power BI. Again, a lot of times it is not your methodology, like how you go about it. At the end of the day, a lot has to do with the result. How you go about it in real time space is not really the nitty gritty. It's what result did you achieve by so doing. So first of all, I'm going to open a fresh okay, no, so not this. I'm going to open a fresh data set, the fresh data set. I think I downloaded these off the I think in WhatsApp or Telegram. So I just give me a moment. Let me go to my so capstone. Yeah, so Power BI. So this is a fresh data set. The next thing I would want to do is I would want to start creating different categorization. So I can just say I'll rename this sheet as maybe the sales data set. Then I'll create the one for customer feedback, which I've already done before. So I can just go to my, I think it's here. I think, okay, now I remember where I created, oh, here. So for the customer feedback, this is what we have here based on what we did on AI. So I can just copy this and paste it because I don't really want to have to do this again. I'm just going to paste it here. Control V. I'll say feedback theme. This will be it. And make sure that this particular customer feedback matches with the column here. It's really important. So I'm going to copy this and just paste it. Just make sure it matches. Then you can name this anything. And the next thing I think is the widget. So I'm just going to create another a sheet for the widget, and we've already done that of the widgets in our previous tutorials. So I think it's somewhere around here. Yeah, so we've done that. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. I usually like to paste as values. That's 1, 2, 3. I don't really need the frequency because in the previous tutorials we used the frequency to determine the widget. So I'm going to delete that. I'll just say widget. Make sure again this product category is found here as well. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here, just so they can tally. And what else? Okay, so there's the one, if I remember correctly, There's the one where we do product category by I think by I don't know, I forgot what this is. Okay, so we did customer segmentation by online like that. So I'm going to copy this and just go to my new sheet and just say customer segment, and I'm just going to paste this. We can do this one by one and make sure you go customer segment exists here. Just make sure it exists as well. So just make sure the customer segment exists as well here and it's the same name. So I can just say I think this is based on let me see, if I remember correctly, it should be based on so where is base, the capstone. Yeah, so let me open up this. I think the online yeah, the online should be based on the customer segmentation. So I can just say segment. So I'll just say segment here. It's fine. And so I'm just going to save and go to my Power BI, go to import data from Excel because it's a Excel data set. Then connect to it. The navigator pane is going to come up. So now this is my main data set, right? So I'll just select everything. Those are like tables, different tables that we would use. So I'm just going to go to click on transform, and it's going to open up Power Query Editor. So the reason why I created different table is I just want to do a mapping or a merge of these different queries. And okay, so this widget, well, the one thing it didn't do is to make the product category and the widget my column name. So you just say you can click on here and go to use first row as header, or on the ribbon, go to home, you can click on use first row as header, and it does that for you. So let's check the rest. Okay, so we need to do that. Go to customer segment, we'll do that. And let's use the sales data too. Most likely would have that same problem. It's taking time to load. Oh, so this is intact. So now we can then do a merge of the queries. So usually if I really want to do a merge, I'll go to merge queries under my home ribbon, click on merge as new. The reason is because I don't want to mess up with my data set. So customer segment, so the first will be customer feedback, which is so this customer feedback and customer feedback here. So you can see it has matched everything up. 1,245 of this. The reason is because I think in some part of the customer feedback there is null values. So you click on OK, join them, you merge them together, and I think it will appear in the last year. So it appears as a table. So just click on this icon here, and I'm not going to use original prefix. I will use as. Then because customer feedback already exists here, I'm just going to unselect this, because if let's assume I don't do anything and I just click on expand and click on OK, it's going to create customer feedback dot one dot customer feedback, then um, customer feedback dot one. I have to start, because this already exists here, I have to start deleting this again, and I don't want to do that. So what I can just do is to click on this expand icon here, and so I'm not going to use original column name as prefix, and I just only want this feedback theme. So I'm just going to unselect the customer feedback, being that we already have customer feedback here, and click on OK. And you can see it has created that um, feedback theme for me. It's telling me that, so you can see my Power BI is a little bit uh, different, and that's because if I go to view, I can just click on this column quality and it just disappears. So the next thing we want to do is also to merge with our widget. Yeah, so we'll do this merge with our new merge data. So this merge is a combination of sales data set and customer feedback. And so I'm not going to do as new again. That's because we've already started using it to merge anyways. So it will be with our widget, and what I'm looking for is product category by product category. And because there are some missing values here in product category, that's the reason why you are seeing this, that is not complete. So click on OK, and it's going to create a table for me where I expand. Again, I don't want to use original. I'll just only select this guy and I'm good. Oh, I don't know why it is creating widget one. This is just weird. Did I have widgets before? So I'm going to move it to almost the beginning. So what I can do is just to go to my home. Okay, so I think it's transform. Yeah, transform and move. I'm going to move to the beginning. That's because I'm too lazy to start clicking and dragging, and I'm just going to move it to product category here, and I'll rename it as widget. Mind you, try to always rename your column, please. Yeah, your process. It's really important, but I'm not going to do that because, again, I'm too lazy. The next is to merge customer segment column, or the merged table at the customer segment table. I'm not going to merge it as new. I'll just merge query, and so we are going to go to customer segment. The column we want to, that is similar to both of them, is customer segment click. You have some null values, that is why. Click on OK. Expand. Just going to use segment. And yeah, I'm going to shift this to my left hand side, close to where the customer segment column is here. So now is for me to inspect, right? If there are any null values here. I doubt if there are, but I'm curious, are there any null values? But let me just click and check. I'm going to load more to just check why are there null values. Now this is interesting. Oh, and that's because they are actually null values here. That is why. So I think I'm going to remove this null because this null look like it's everywhere. So I'm going to remove it, and I'll remove null values from the bottom, and we have row 1 to 23. So we have 23 rows. So I'm just naturally going to remove null values. So I'll remove rows, I'll remove blank rows, and I'll remove from, oh no, that's not what I want to do. Many apologies. I'm going to remove rows from bottom, and I'm going to remove the last 23. So I'll just say 23 rows and click on OK. And I can now go to customer segment or this segment and see if they are null. So they are no nulls. So, and I can do a count, right, of this segment to see if our data set is complete or not. I go to transform, go to count rows, and yeah, so it's giving me 1,358, which is correct. If I go to my data set itself, I go to my main data set, I'll click on the most complete. I'm seeing count of 1,359. That is inclusive of the first row, so which is, we are good. What else? Yeah, so the other thing is your quantity should be in whole numbers, which is already there. Then you can replace, you have a lot of null values here. So you can replace null with 0. So in order for you to do that, just replace value. So you say null with 0 and click on OK, and you can see that's corrected itself, but it's still showing me 1.2. So make sure it's in whole number, and because quantities are in whole number, so you load and check if they are. So you can see the null now is now 0. So I can create a new region and say or I can add so what I can do is to create a new region and say add column. I'm not doing anything with this. Let me escape. There's my region. So I can add column and column from examples. Okay, so I think I selected the wrong column. So I want the column from examples from this region. Column from examples, and I can say the name of my column is region 1, maybe region maybe 1, and the example is my region, I think Europe is Europe. Asia is Australia, right? So because Asia Pacific is Australia, based on what we browsed. Latin America is South America. There will be South. Middle East and Africa. We'll just put Africa. We'll just say Africa. Then North America is North America. Oh, sorry. So I think everything looks okay now. Where there are null values, they are null. What else? No, just take a look at it. Yeah, I think everything is fine now. Then you can click on OK. We are mapping it based on this particular question. Yeah, this particular question. So Asia, um, Australia, when you browse it, is considered as Asia Pacific. They still put Asia as part of it, but yeah, I'd rather just use one than the other. I would most likely go for Australia than Asia, because if it's Asia, they will say it's Asia. What else? Okay, so I'm gonna drag this guy to the region. So you'll be using the region one for your analysis, for whatever analysis you want to do. Where is it? Okay, so customer ID, then region. Yeah, so just drop it here. Oh, why is it? Okay, just hold on. Segment. I think there was customer ID somewhere. Wow, it keeps going back. Let me just move. Go to transform. I'll move to the beginning. It's easier, and I'll just drag it towards this way. So the region is here, so I'll just drag it towards this place, and I can just shift a little bit here.